the disciples said to Jesus, we want you to send this multitude home so they could eat. And he said, no, they cannot go home. You give them something to eat. And they said, what? From where we're going to have money to feed such a big multitude? They fed everybody.
And they were still left over.
And there were still 12 baskets. I don't know where this 12 baskets came in, but that's the story. And the phrase that God used them was, give them something to eat. So we said, bingo, that will be the name. Give them something to eat. We will not do it as a charity. We will do it as a commitment that comes from God.
All of you who I asked to come up here, I want you to know that I want you to express your feelings as to why we're here today.
I'm here today because I came here about a month ago and I was received so kindly. And it was new to me. My son, he is the only thing I have. I lost my wife. And it started outside on the fence. Nobody looked at me different. Everybody talked to me like I was family, like I belonged here. I wish I spoke the language. I went to other churches, but I don't feel nothing like I feel here. There's nothing hidden. Everything is in the open. You know, I feel like I'm one of you. You know, and I just feel comfortable coming here. This is not my first time. It's not going to be my last. I don't come just for the food. I come because I struggle.
I'm one of those people who were born basically in the church. My mom was coming to this church when I was born 48 years ago.
I've been assisting the church for about 6 years, but I just got baptized in about 1 month, almost 2 months.
I have been here for 46 years.
I've been a member of the church almost 27 years.
Específicamente como 8 años.
Yo más o menos estoy como de 4 a 5 años.
¿Qué tiempo lleva en esta iglesia?
8 años.
A lot of the old-timers in the church who always remind me that they changed my diapers.
Le digo a un hermano que tengo, que tiene 79 años, le digo, Juanchito, se llama Juanchito. Le digo, oye, tú no sabes, Juanchito, los 2 hermanos que quedamos, porque todos han muerto. Nosotros, yo le digo, tú sabes que lo que quedamos eres tú y yo, y de los 2 no se saca uno.
When I came here at 5, my mom was a pillar of this church. And that's really, Danilo, as a matter of fact, asked me to talk a little about that, because my mother was a pillar of the church, and she was one of the founders of the soup kitchen, of Dale Vosotros de Comer.
Oh,
so
really?
was I and my 2 children.
Yo llevo 50 años en la comunidad, llevo 16 años en la iglesia, y de que conocí al Señor inmediatamente que empezó el programa de Darle Vosotros de Comer, que ese era el nombre que tenía, empecé a trabajar en la cocina como cocinera. Entonces trabajaba en la cocina con los muchachos de Huellao.
Trabajo para la comunidad y los servicios que le doy a nuestra iglesia, directamente soy voluntaria del programa Dale Vosotros de Comer.
Bueno, como voluntaria, yo los servicios que doy es en el programa de Dale Vosotros de Comer.
Si en el programa de Vosotros Dale de Comer, trabajo en la cocina, preparo los vegetales, ayudo a servir, y la misión mía es contribuir para que las personas se sientan bien, salgan bien alimentados.
Danilo from Way Out, but Danilo was in the program Way Out Ministries, and he came to be a member of this church, and his idea was to give food to the people on the neighborhood. We started the program really in the year of 1991 and 92, but it didn't take off until 1994. We started with project to make food for about 150 persons.
Now obviously you feed more than 150.
We opened the doors and hundreds of people came in. And that happened more than 19 years ago. And right now we are feeding the community, and that is in record, on black and white, almost 100,000 people yearly, okay?
Oh, wow.
And
Every day, this is an everyday thing?
Everyday thing. Last week we got more than 1,000 people knocking on the door asking us for food. We try to help them as much as possible. And sometimes we don't limit time. If it's not an exaggeration, if I said to you that we almost 24/7 working in this place. Wow. And I have to tell you this by my own experience.
Together with City Harvest, we are doing these nutritional shops in which we educate the community on nutrition, how to prepare the vegetables. A lot of people don't eat vegetables, but when they get out of here from these shops, they like vegetables because they learn how to do them differently, with not a lot of like grease and stuff. Even chicken and meats, people learn how to prepare them differently. And we even take them to Bravo, to the supermarkets, and show them how to shop, how to look at labels, and to really know and be conscientious of what they are putting on their system.
Pastor Díaz, ¿cuál es el anhelo? ¿Cuál es su sueño con esto?
Bueno, mi sueño es poder remover estos vagones que tenemos aquí, que sirven para almacenar los alimentos, y construir un edificio de 2 plantas donde podamos acomodarlo y ampliar el ministerio que le estamos dando a la comunidad. Los servicios serían superior si tenemos estos vagones fuera de este lugar y un edificio de 2 plantas donde se va a proveer no solamente alimentos, sino otras actividades que van a beneficiar a la comunidad.
Oh, okay. What other programs does the church provide to the community other than feeding those who are hungry?
Okay, we have an indoor gym, and the youth from this community are coming here 3 days in the week. Tuesday, Friday, and Saturdays. They come. And not only they come in, not only the member of the church beneficiaries, but also young people from other churches and young people from the community. Right now,
well, I saw earlier they were putting up some basketball courts.
Yes, because we received a donation from a person who lives in our community, who saw the condition of the gym. He said, "I would like to help you." So we bought it, and you see it this morning. We're trying to change and make that place adequate for sport activities.
A new rim, the backboard is messed up and stuff like that, and the rims is wobbly. We had to fix them ourselves sometimes.
Now, can you elaborate on the program? How has it helped the youth in the community?
Well, it has helped them because in order to remain in the program, you have to maintain school or do better.
Excellent.
And as they see that their grades get better, they get rewarded. Sometimes we take them on trips to the movies, the beach, Six Flags, which is the favorite thing to do, of course. And we actually take them away from this area so they could see that not every area is the same. They could see different stuff.
Exposure to different environments.
And they're able to, open their minds and do better things.
The good thing that we do, any penny that we receive, we spend it entirely in what that person give it to us. Not only do we get financial assistance for the gym, but also for grant to students.
Or for educational grants?
Educational grants,
oh,
yeah. We get
I see.
Grants.
The pastor was saying that she was studying medicine.
Oh, that was your daughter?
Yeah,
the one that's, he said, was it is this a second year? What is it?
I guess it's the third year.
This is her third year in medicine?
Yeah. I mean, she had to do biology first. And then at the fourth year in biology, then she got to go to a medical school.
Oh, okay.
Which she started completely as a doctor.
Okay.
But she had to do the first 4 years as a biology first.
So you help the youth, you feed the hungry. What other programs do you have? I understand you also have a senior citizen program.
Yeah, we have a senior citizen. We call it the third age people. They come in on Monday and Wednesday from 11 o'clock in the morning to 1.
And what services do you provide for them?
We bring people from the community for nutrition, for domestic violence, all kinds of information that they might need besides spiritual guidance.
I could see that the church is doing the same type of work that I like to do. That's why I donate these clothes and other items to the church. Okay, like that they could donate it to the community.
I also saw there was members of the church also going through some clothing. So you provide clothing for them too?
Clothing and
furniture.
Anything that people gave it to us.
So the church provides food, clothing, guidance. It helps the youth. It helps the senior citizens. It helps the immigrants. What else do you do? ¿Y su nombre?
Mi nombre es Silvia Enríquez.
Voluntaria, ¿qué tiempo te lleva de voluntaria aquí?
Bueno, llevo de voluntaria 10 años, pero tengo un tiempo, dejo otro y dejo.
Wow, y precisamente, ¿qué está haciendo ahora?
Ahora estamos sacando del jardín todas las hierbas que molestan a las plantas buenas, porque es el tiempo, se pasó un poquito pero no importa, es el tiempo para sembrar para que salgan las flores.
¿Y usted quién es? ¿Usted se ve peligroso con eso?
No, soy un trabajador de trabajo.
Me tiene nervioso. Baje eso un poquito.
Un poquito.
Me tiene
¿Crees
nervioso.
que te voy a comer? No, no te voy a comer, ¿no?
¿Qué es lo que está haciendo usted aquí?
No, estamos limpiando el jardín para embellecer el jardín.
Y usted es voluntario, ¿no?
Sí, soy antiguo voluntario, ahora somos familia.
Familia. So afterwards they're going to plant. What exactly are they going to plant? Vegetables, fruits?
Yeah, they plant vegetables.
Flowers.
We have some fruit like apple tree. We have some pears over there. So we have a lot of flowers. They planting cilantro, so eggplant, peppers,
herbs.
Some tomatoes, some type of herbs, different type of things.
And you give this out to the community, or you use it in the kitchen?
We use it in the kitchen, we give it to the community come to plant too.
So this property doesn't actually belong to the church?
It's not belong to the church.
The church is just taking care of it?
Yeah, the church is
utilizing it and taking care of it?
Yeah.
Okay, now these are all paid workers or volunteer workers?
It's volunteer workers.
Every single one is volunteer?
Every single
Oh, God bless them.
But we are like a family anyway, you know.
Well, I understand you no longer call yourself volunteers, you call yourself La Familia.
God used me in a big way to bring it in and say, you know what, people, stop talking about them. Let's start talking about us. And now this pastor comes in, who was with us from the beginning. He was the one that opened the doors for the ministry way back in the day. Diaz. Okay? And now he comes in and he decides to change the name from volunteers to family.
We have about 35, 40 volunteers. And I approached them 2 days ago. I said, listen, I got problem with that term, volunteers. You're not our volunteer. let's change that name. Instead of volunteer, let's call from now on family. You are family, okay?
Now, what service do you provide to the church?
Well, volunteer.
I'm sort of like a watchman for the people, so they stay in line, they respect each other, and when they come in, they keep orderly.
Well, I help the community here to give you food pantry.
Well, every now and then when I have a chance, I come and volunteer, help give out food on Fridays and stuff.
We're working for the community.
And how long you been doing this?
It's about 4 months.
Oh, 4 months?
Yeah.
You've been volunteering?
Give or take.
Now you're a volunteer, but you also a member of the congregation?
No, not really. I belong to another church.
Oh, I see.
But there's a need.
And so you come to volunteer your time and energy to this church. Yes. What motivates you to do that?
Well, I'm going to use a phrase which simply caring for others.
Are you a member of the congregation?
No, I belong to another congregation.
Oh, you belong to another congregation?
Yes.
But yeah, you
it's
come
a
here to volunteer
yes.
and your services.
Because it's closest to me, I live by 5 blocks from here, so it's much closer than when I go in Manhattan.
Okay.
So it's much easier, and this way I know people, talk to people, and when I see them in the street, we say hello. And before, knowing this place by 18 years, well, I never dawned on me to come to this place. But
now, what do you think of the services this church is providing?
And this church, it provided wonderful services for the community. It does.
How long you been doing it?
Over 2 years.
2 years. So basically, your services is to help the food pantry?
Yes, to give the food to the people.
Okay, so you basically make sure that the lines are running and everything is taken care of, and the safety procedures are taken care of.
Yeah, I'm a security too. So
you do security too. Okay. Now, what do you think about the programs this church is providing?
Well, they have a program here. So, example, they're helping people in the alcoholic.
Oh.
Yeah, they got some place they send the people.
Oh, I wasn't aware about that one. Okay, so they have an alcoholic program here.
Yeah, well, not here. They have this in the way out on 148 in Senate. So in here, if you got a problem, so we can talk with the person, so we can send it to the place. We provide shelter for the people too.
Shelter? Oh, okay. Are you a member of the church?
Not really, but I come a lot, in different occasions and stuff like that.
And how long you been doing this?
I've been doing it for 4 years now.
Okay, now what motivates you to come and give up your service?
Well, everybody have to help out in the community. You have to lend a helping hand, You never know when you're going to need one yourself.
For how long you been a volunteer?
We can be like a year and a half.
A year and a half?
Yeah.
And basically, what is, you are in charge, or rather not in charge, you are working with the soup kitchen, you work with the youth, you work with the senior citizens. What exactly do you do with the church?
Really, I do anything that I can have in my hand to do. I don't have a specific position because since I cannot do one thing, I do the other.
All the programs.
I try to running all the base.
Okay, you cover all the bases.
Yes.
Now, what motivates you to do this?
Well, I do this because I see people, they need a lot of help. And then the people in talking to each problem, he don't see the other people, they have more problem than you have. And then when you sit down back, thinking about your own problem, you think you're the only one that have a problem. But when you start talking with somebody else, you see that his problem is bigger than yours. And that gives you some energy to give your hand and do better.
We don't have volunteer, we have family. And when we say family, we have Muslim, we have Christian, we have active members from another church, we have people from the community that they don't have any religion background, but they are family.
I'm a youth pastor down in Richmond, Virginia, and my students are on spring break.
And so every year during their spring break, we go somewhere else outside of our hometown to serve wherever we're needed. And this year we came to work with an organization called New York School of Urban Ministry, which is located in Queens. And what they do is their heart is to reach the whole of the city. And so they're partnered with ministries in all the different 5 boroughs. And then they set us up and partner us with different places. So they set up our connection to come here and serve today.
Jealous. I am a tree bending beneath the weight of his wind and mercy. When all of a sudden I am unaware of these ambitions eclipsed by glory, and I realize just how beautiful you are and how great your affections are for me.
Now you're both from Virginia, right?
Yes.
Now, what brings you here to the South Bronx?
Well, in a word, nice.
We're on a missions trip on our spring break right now with the New York School of Urban Ministry, and we had the pleasure of coming and spending our day here.
I wanted to do this NICEM trip where we come up to New York because I didn't do a missions trip last year, and I felt like I missed out on opportunities that God wanted me to have. So I definitely felt like this was a need, and just to make a difference in somewhere new.
I've always wanted to just go out and do something to help people and show that there is people that care out there, that there's not everybody who's gonna throw you out on the street. People are gonna be there.
Now, when you first found out you was coming to the South Bronx, was there any apprehension?
I'll be honest, I've been to New York a few times, so for me personally, not as much. But for those on my team, they certainly had a little apprehension because South Bronx has a reputation.
Yes, it does.
What they see in the movies, that kind of stuff.
Unfortunately,
So it is very unfortunate. But there was a little bit of nervousness within the team and a little bit of mild anxiety, perhaps.
Is the South Bronx really that bad?
No.
Are the people really that evil?
No, I feel like coming on this trip, you come in with a certain expectation of what the people will be like, and it's just totally different.
Oh, okay. How different? Elaborate on it. Tell us.
They're not bad. Okay. They're just in need, and you just want to help them and give out of love that God has shown you. You know, you learn about love in church and just giving to people that are really the same as you. You know, God sees them the same, so I feel like there's just a need to share that, and serving out there, just handing out food does just that.
You know, there's a pastor out in California, John Ortberg, who made this statement once that really impacted me, and it really did change the way I choose to live my life. He said that playing it safe is the most dangerous way to live. And so often we want to just do the safe thing. Because we value comfort, we value safety. But that is the most dangerous way to live, precisely because we end up wasting our life.
Now, would you like to do a little something for us right now?
Well, why not?
Suppose we could.
Like a hurricane, I am a tree bending beneath the weight of his wind and mercy. When all of a sudden I am unaware of these afflictions eclipsed by glory, and I realize just how beautiful you are and how great your affections are for me. Oh, how
able to collect people from all different ethnic groups.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And they are working together as one. They cook together, they get this program together, and we have people as far as from far Africa.
Now, Pastor Diaz, with all these services that the church is providing to the community, what is it that you need in order to continue and improve these services? What advice, or rather, what can you say to the people out there, to the community at large, in particular to the politicians who are constantly seeking the vote of the community, seeking the approval of the community? What can they do to help the community?
Well, one of our goals is to build a school.
I see.
We have a property across the street and we would like to build a school there.
Oh.
And the only way that we can get this done is by having the support of the community, which we have had. We've collected signatures in the past to help us get the funding. And the only way that we can get the funding is through getting the state and the city help us. So we're hoping that we can actually get this moving sometime to build the building, to have a school.
La iglesia está interesada en construir una escuela porque, como les estaba explicando, no tenemos espacio suficiente para que los muchachos puedan venir a jugar, para nosotros tener la oportunidad de que ellos tengan talleres, pero no tenemos los recursos. Y en los políticos que nosotros queremos para que nos ayuden, para nosotros poder seguir expandiendo más nuestra iglesia y nuestra comunidad.
As I mentioned just a few minutes ago, I came back as a senior pastor January 1st, 2012. And in my first sermons, I remember the first Sunday of the years, I told the church, my vision today is 2012. 2012. This is what can I look at right now. However, I surprised them a couple of weeks after when I told them that now my vision is 2017. When I said, they look at me, 2017 said, yes, because I have a vision for the next 5 years.
That's your goal, your vision.
That's my goal. And my goal is to complete my task with food ministry. If I escort you downstairs to the playground, you will see that we place food in
trailers.
In trailers, and it doesn't look good, but at the same time it's unhealthy because we also around in an area that rats is common.
And what is your solution for the
My
problem?
solution is to build an annex,
I see.
two-story building, so I can place those food inside, properly ordered, and in the second open for office to help the community. Those who have immigration problem, those who need counseling, domestic violence, whatever.
And so you need to raise the money for that.
We need to raise the money, but right now I believe that what I want is to get an architect, a contractor who can put my vision in the pictures.
So how do you get people from all the different ethnic groups to work together, to do things that are difficult to do, to work so many hours, and to join hands to do something week by week, year by year? It's not you or me, and it's not them. It's the plan of God. It's the time of God, and they know.
So what I'm saying is, again, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's all family. It's about helping one another. It's about, being, if you can't get it together here, then how can you be a light to this community?
I believe people go into politics because they want to make a difference. So if there's a politician out there that really wants to make a difference, the best thing they can do is go out and serve and touch a heart. And when they do that, when it comes time to ask for the hand to ask for their vote, they'll have it.
It's my pleasure, and thank you for what you're doing for our church, and we really appreciate it because then maybe everyone can see what it is we're about and the support that we want to continue to give, not only to the community, but to the people of God. Thank you very much for your love. God bless.